Hello there, I'm Hannah. Welcome to my craft room. So this is not so much a room as it is just a corner of a basement. But like Tim Gunn says, make it work. So yes, let's go. This looks like the room where someone goes to get murdered. That lighting is, okay. Just bear with me with the lighting. I'm not using my filming lights, I'm just using whatever lights are available in here because it's a really small space. So this is like the main area. We have shelves with stuff and more shelves with stuff and a giant light. There's just a lot of stuff, so I'm going to try to break the shelves down for you the best that I can. There's a giant box where I store stickers. I have a vase where I store pipe cleaners. You'll often find my projects sitting around, like this clutch I made a couple years ago. I have a whole collection of spray paint because in the last 2 years I have become obsessed. Case in point, this owl. It was a gift from a friend and it was originally like bright candy apple red, but red doesn't really go with my space, so I bought some gold spray paint and really the rest is history. This was the very first piece of fan mail I ever got, and it was from my viewer Heather, who loves the 80s just as much as me, which isn't saying much because most of you who watch me love the 80s as much as me. I can see you staring at my chest. Yes, it is full of puzzle pieces. Puzzles are a treasure, I don't know. It was just a convenient way to store extra puzzle pieces that I use for craft projects. Gotta get low for this. This is a pretty blue bookshelf that my sister gave me, and on it I have a vintage typewriter that I got for $1 at an estate sale. Definitely one of my favorite thrift finds. A vase, a globe, and a little jar that I think we've established has doll clothes in it. Okay, and then below that, there's another shelf. It just has like notebooks and papery things. And then below that, I have some hat boxes. And I think they have hats in them. Well, this one has a box inside a box. Okay, this one has some vintage hats in it. You can tell how special they are to me because I have to keep them hidden. No, they really are special though. And then, are you kidding me? This is way too low. Okay, on the bottom shelf, there's a bunch of like these plastic shoebox containers. This has stationery. This one has props that I used on the Sheldon show, but they were like smaller things that I wanted to always keep with me at all times. Stationery from a friend. Stationery with cats on it. Another one of my projects. Photo booth props. You'd be surprised how often I end up at photo booths. They're one of my favorite things in life. This is the real treasure! Now this is just a bunch of junk jewelry that I have collected through the years, and I can use it for, you know, craft projects or just to look at. Some good stuff in here. Why is this sticky? I don't know. The world may never know. You have to keep me away from the jewelry or else I'll just spend the entire day looking through it. Moving on, this is the second area of the room. This is the top of the dresser and I mostly put stuff on here that I'm like gonna be using for a project or just like projects in the making. And just in case you were beginning to think I was a grown-up, I have a whole case of coloring books. The big comfy couch. Barbie. Couple adult coloring books from the Dollar Tree. The Real Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. These are my friends. Again with the floor. Okay, so in this dresser is where I keep like all of my craft supplies. I use chalkboard tape to write down what is in each drawer and they're pretty organized for me. So in the top drawer, we have paper stuff. Second drawer, paint, glue, and tape. Third drawer, I call it bulk supplies, anything that I have like a bulk of. Fourth drawer, I call random, because you never know what you're gonna find in there. And the last drawer, I call canvas, which is really like plastic bags. Well, hello there. Okay, this is my favorite spot for obvious reasons. This is a white plastic shelf where I keep all of my magazines. So let's see, on this shelf, it's mostly teen magazines, like of all eras. We've got when I was a teenager back in 2005, all the way back to when you were probably a teenager in 1986. This is also where I keep some of my fashion magazines. These are nylon. I have 3 of the September 2016 issues of InStyle because I was in it. And then, yeah, more fashion magazines. How low can I go? Okay, so next, this has a bunch of American Girl magazines. Underneath, we have magazines that are just too big to fit anywhere else, like Life magazines. I hate collecting Life magazines because they're just too big. And then I have catalogs. On the bottom shelf, more catalogs. And really, any of the older, like pre-80s stuff is all on the bottom. Like my 17 magazines from the 70s. Sorry, I'm shouting, there's a train going by. And just various magazines from the 50s to the 70s. Mostly like Woman's World or any of those like family kind of magazines. Seeing the magazines, I realized I forgot to show you I have one more little chest of drawers that has craft supplies in it. I keep jewelry making utensils up on top, and then in these 6 little drawers are just everything you can imagine. And in the lower chest, we have all of my favorite craft supplies. They're like my go-to supplies that I use a lot, and they're my favorite things. Then more makeup bags that came from subscription services, as well as wallets and stuff that I've paid for myself. Next is a drawer with really just junk stuff in it, more jewelry and just other knickknacks. And on the very bottom is fabric. I don't have a lot, I don't really use fabric a lot, so it's just the right amount of storage for me. And because I know you might be curious that it looks like the room keeps going, it doesn't exactly keep going, but there is a rack that I keep of clothes. It's jackets, it's dress-up clothes, it's anything I have for sale, out of season, special occasion. Yeah, it's just a whole potpourri of clothes back there. So this has been a tour of my craft room, and I hope you had just as much fun as I did. And if you did, will you please give this video a thumbs up so that I know you liked it. You can also go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. I did make a room tour and a closet tour that are somewhere on my channel. I will try to link them for you. You can follow me all over the internet. All my social links are down below. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully I see you in future videos. And don't forget to be excellent to each other.